welcome Bastian Steinbach from Basler AG. He will speak about the flexible ecosystem for building hybrid AI vision solutions. Mr. Steinbach, stage is yours.
Ecosystem for building hybrid AI vision solutions. Let us put that phrase a bit aside. I will answer you later the question, what is meant with that? First of all, it's short at a glance, Basler. So we are roughly in Germany around 800 employees, worldwide over 1,000 employees. And we are formerly known as a camera manufacturer, but we are now building a full-line solution provider. When we are talking about hybrid AI, image processing, whatever, we will always start with a problem. So imagine you have in your factory or somewhere else a problem that you want to detect an object and read a pattern right on the object and outline that kind of pattern. This is where you start. And we say, OK, how can I tackle that kind of problem? Of course, we have classical image libraries and AI. But why don't combine both of them? So you will do the detection of the camera with a classical AI. So label it, train your net, deploy your model. And then just for the pattern matching, you use kind of a pattern matching from the classical image libraries. So this is how you can solve actually your problem. But then you will focus the next problem. What about the deployment? How can I deploy that kind of solved solution into my machine? And when you are thinking about that, you have and thinking about solving a whole vision solution, then you don't only focus on this classical software and on the AI. You always have to think about what is the target process unit, because typically the developer PC and the target system are not matching. So you have to solve or think about on what kind of environment should my solution run. Then the next thing you have to think about, what kind of camera do you need? Do I need a MIPI camera because it's an embedded system? Do I need a classical sugar cube camera? Whatever, choice is yours. But you have to think, when you are thinking about a hybrid vision solution, always on that thing. But not enough. Additionally, you can think about lenses. And last but not least, of course, you can think about lighting. And when you just have that problem again in mind, solving a problem where you detect an object and find a pattern on it, when you will run it in a machine, you have to tackle all of this. Plus, you have to think about accessories, cables, and so on to connect everything. And everything should work in the end. So, just to summarize, when you want to solve your problem, you need some kind of image acquisition, you need some kind of toolbox around it, you need some kind of processing unit, and of course you need software. So that is often the problem. And you have to connect all of them together. You can do everything by your own, or you can do it with partners, like we do. And now we are coming slowly into the solution how to tackle that kind of problem. So we are working, of course, we are having this full line in our approach, and we are working with partners in the background. So here's just some overview of some partners we are working with. But going back to the solution. Some of you may know Pylon as a classical image acquisition SDK to control the camera, to control the lighting, and to control the surroundings. But since 3 to 4 months, we increased the Pylon approach and extended to an ecosystem. So what we are doing is we're adding a modular system of image pre-processing functionalities and image analysis. Just to have that kind of focus to solve not only the image acquisition, but also solve the problem to get the data out of the image. But this is not a hybrid AI approach, right? This is a classical image acquisition and image processing approach. So, of course, what we also add is an AI inference module that you can run your networks and combine it with classical image libraries and image processing functionalities like that pattern matching. And this is what we call our hybrid AI approach, combining classical with AI, because we see it in the market that this will solve most of the problems customers have actually. So how does it really look like? What we built is an easy UI with a no-code workbench. So what you see here is exactly this, where you can solve your vision problem and putting together classical, a different kind of classical functionalities combined with an inference AI module. So first, what do you have to do first? First, as usual, you connect the camera. Put the camera on the developer's PC, open the camera, get the image. Configure the camera. This is what you can do here. As I said, as a no-code, just with clicking on the tools itself. Then you add a classical object detector and connect it with drag and drop just to the camera. So the output would be from the camera is an image, and the input field from the AI inference module is also an image. So just connect them. So now the solution would only find your camera, because the trained net you load behind that inference module only is focusing on different kind of cameras. So, but you want to solve your problem that you find a pattern on the camera. Therefore, you just add a classical V-tool, we call it V-tool, vision tool with a pattern matching. Configure it, train it, that it finds the pattern you need, and then combine it again with the AI. And now your solution is there. The only thing you have to do is now to store that kind of solution. We call it recipe. Store that recipe and load it in your application. And when you load it, your vision task is solved. Of course, you have to think about what is my target system and how to bring it on the target system. That's quite easy. We support that. We have special V-tools for ARM, for x86, and so on. So you can define, while storing your recipe, on what is your target hardware. So how does it look like? Because you have also in that no-code editor a live view. So you see on the left hand the object detector. It locates the camera and build a bounding box around it. And on the right side, you only have the output of the pattern matching. So here we decided for showing or searching for the Basler logo as a pattern. And you see, when you are looking really good, it's outlined with a red line. So here you have different kind of outputs. So really only the output of the left side and the right side. And as you see, it's animated, it's live, you can choose it, you can move it, and so on. And in the final application, this is not shown here, you have both overlays in one frame that you can see what is the real outcome out of it. So, just to summarize, we tackle, or our target customers are the vision engineers who can easily develop without deep knowledge of libraries or getting operators out of libraries, they can solve their vision problem. So our newest software, so not only the image acquisition, but the vTools, which are staying for image processing, can support classical libraries or classical image processing functionalities, but also AI-based networks as inference module. So, and what I've shown before on the slides, you can also see as a live demo on our booth, just around 30 meters in that direction. There we can present everything directly and have deeper technical talks about it. Thank you.